Goalkeeping is quite a unique art form, and there has been one man who has helped pioneer so much for the modern day goalkeeper. Featuring for the likes of Manchester City as a player, he now boasts over 800 league games as a coach, with almost 200 international fixtures under his belt, as well as taking us to World Cup semi-finals and European Championship finals, even helping trailblaze the psychology behind penalty shootouts. This is Martyn Margetson, the man behind the gloves.
Mate, how are you? Mate?
Marge, good to see you.
Right, good to see you. Come in.
Well, Marge, first of all, thank you so much for inviting us into your home. As you can see, we have brought a few surprises, courtesy of our good friend Jonah. Now, he's been doing a bit of digging, thanks to your mum and dad.
Yeah.
And now they've gone back through the years, many years, and gone back through the history books, got the scrapbooks out. Do you know what's going to be inside these?
All honesty, no, I have no idea. I can see that there's been a bit of skullduggery going on, and you've been in touch with my parents.
Correct.
And I'm interested actually to see what's been collated over many years.
Well, before, of course, the plaudits, the international games, the league games, you've achieved so much. There once was a young Martyn Margetson.
Yeah.
And where did it all start? Okay, so this is Baglan Boys Club. Read me through a few of these headlines and what kind of times these were for you growing up.
Oh, Baglan's obviously where I grew up, where my parents lived. It's quite a well-established, and still is to this day, boys club. I mean, these are dating back, some of these photos, the team photos there, I would have only been 8 years of age. So that's when I started my journey. And you can see by the quality of the pictures at the time. Yeah, there's not.
I wouldn't fancy diving on those too much.
No, that's how it used to be, believe it or not. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of grass in the 18-yard box in those days, but it's amazing to see. I mean, it's a long time ago, so setting eyes on them again. Yeah,
it's quite a unique emotional process in it, because your dad was a goalkeeper, wasn't he? Did you ever play? Were you interested in other positions, or was it just you wanted to go between the sticks?
No, I think because my father played in goals. It was always something I wanted to do. Plus, I was never the most adept at running. I didn't feel I had the physical capabilities.
Your parents weren't adept at taking photos either, because that's a good one. I think that's a purposeful blur effect. But this is a vintage Swansea City shirt. Talk us through this photo, which is 1980.
So 1980. So it'd have been 9. Obviously it's Christmas time, because the Christmas cards are hang on the wall vertically, which is very interesting. Yeah, so that's obviously Christmas Day, and out comes the new Swansea kit. So
you got your boots on inside as well, too.
Yeah, because the carpets were so thick you could get away with the stud then.
We'll talk a little bit later about the importance of, the people that you reflect on your career with, because you have gone on to achieve so much. But at that time, talk us through the sacrifices that they made for you. Running kids around is no easy feat, is it?
No, and especially more so today, because obviously when I started that journey in 1980, academies weren't really established like they are now. So you tended just to stay more local, even though there was big commitment taking you to training and different things. Even more so now. For parents in 2025, it's a lot tougher, because the game's all over the UK, and it's even hard. Grandparents have to help out now, and the commitment is huge. But travelling around South Wales is what my parents did religiously. Yeah, you can't do it without that support network in any sport.
Have a look at these for me. Who are these boys around you? Talk us through these times. What have we got? There's Manchester City FC there, 92, 93. Yeah. 93, 94.
That's the Wales under-15s, that is. Okay. Remember them Blazers for sure.
You pulled it off well.
Yeah. Yeah, these are interesting, because I've not
This is interesting.
Yeah, that's
a great look.
That's a Boys Club of Wales cap, so I'd have been 14. Yeah, so that was, my dad still got that cap, believe it or not. That was 1986.
To be in that environment though, at that age group, that level, what's that like growing up? Because again, we talk a lot about mental pressures and the pressures of, as we say in 2025, academy players who later on down the line perhaps get let go and they don't necessarily know anything other than football. The struggles that brings, but also when you're living in the moment, the enjoyment must be huge.
Yeah, your pinnacle is obviously to play local. You start off at local teams and then you go to represent your school and then county level from there, and then from those county levels you hopefully then get selected. So this was all the boys clubs in Wales. They then pick a team to represent Wales. So that was my first sort of international recognition really. So even at 14 years of age, to get international recognition in any sport is a huge moment in your life at the time.
Is it hard not to get carried away at that time? Do you need someone to tell you, you know, there is more to life than football if this doesn't work out?
Oh yeah, I think, yes, for sure. And the importance of, my parents always established that school and such like is so important, because yeah, it's a difficult road ahead, a long road ahead when you're 14 years of age trying to make it in professional sport.
Right, let's see what other gems we've got in there. There's a lot of old newspaper clippings there.
Yeah.
What's this? Baglan Triumphant. Mini rugby?
Yeah.
Do a bit?
A little bit, yeah. When I was younger, I was built more for rugby in the scrum than I was. Yeah, that's interesting. That's Gary Evans. Okay. That's Reuben Colwell and Joel Colwell's uncle.
Right,
yeah.
Full circle.
So Gary was a talented rugby player. So sport runs in the family for sure.
I think this is just on when you've gone over to Manchester City. So this is actually, this will be an interesting one. This was your City profile on Martyn Margetson. 6 foot, 12 stone 7, single. Yeah. It's like a dating ad. Yeah. What else have we got? Your nickname at the club was Magnus. Who came up with that?
That would be somebody not quite pronouncing my surname right, as in Magnus Magnusson from Mastermind.
Right. Well, let's see if a few of these still apply. Other sports, swimming.
Yeah, I did a lot of swimming when I was younger.
Miscellaneous likes.
Discos.
Dislikes, smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, picture of health. Favourite TV programme was Never Neighbours. No.
Big in the day.
Worst TV programme was Cell Block H. Favourite food, any meat? Yeah, you still like that?
Protein, yeah.
Kim Wilde was the favourite singing star. Why was that? Any reason?
I don't know, the big hit, I guess. Kids in America.
Yeah. And your favourite footballer, Big Nev?
Yeah.
Nev
was my all-time hero.
Yeah. What made him so good, do you think?
He was talented. He made incredible actions in the goal. I was lucky. He coached me when I was at Huddersfield, so that was a special time also.
Do you, when you see all of these achievements, because at the time they feel massive, don't they? When you're going through it, especially as a young player, as a young man even, what kind of memories do they bring back? Because that sense of pride, you go, oh, I forgot I did that.
Yeah, it's a little bit, because first time I'm setting eyes on these. You know, this 35 years ago, some of these pieces were written, but you know, when I look back to, you know, you've seen things here from my start of my journey as a player at Man City, putting philosophies into me that I still hold dear today. The football club gave me an incredible sort of insight into what dedication you have to have to be a professional sports person. And as I say, a lot of my beliefs today and behaviours today were installed to me at Manchester City Football Club for sure.
Well, this headline rings a bell down at the bottom. City debut. But Talbot-born goalkeeper Martyn Margetson made a fine Football League debut for Man City against Manchester United at Old Trafford, in which none other than Ryan Giggs also made his debut. What do you remember about that day? The nerves, the atmosphere, Old Trafford, the big stage?
Yeah, it was, Andy Dibble was out on loan to Aberdeen, and Tony Coton had got sent off against Derby 3 weeks before, and it took that amount of time then for the band to come through. And I remember Peter Reid called me in and said, you know, most people are expecting me to call Dibs back from the loan. I'm not. You're going to be playing in 3 weeks' time. So he said, you know what game that is, don't you? So I was trying to do the maths on it. It was the Manchester Derby. So I had 3 weeks to lose sleep over it.
Is that beneficial or more of a hindrance as a goalkeeper getting ready, especially as a debut at Old Trafford as well?
Yeah. No, I think it was, beneficial. I still believe today, that when you can let a goalkeeper know that he's playing, I think they tend to appreciate that, especially at international level. You know, they have set preparations that it's important they go through individually, certain training sessions or things they might want to cover in the lead into those games. And sometimes if it's sprung on you as a goalkeeper that you only know you're starting in the dressing room, you might feel underprepared. So for me, knowing that I was going into that game, it did give you a lot of time to channel your focus.
I know when we look through these kind of newspaper clippings, especially, you look through the old team photos, you start to recall the names that you both played with, played alongside, played against, the coaches that you played for and competed with. Who stands out for you that you were able to really, really benefit from, both as a coach and as a player?
I mean, there was a lot of, I'm just looking at you talk about players I played with, even in that just photo there. There's Michael Hughes, I can see in there, Jerry Taggart in my youth team, Michael Quigley. I can see Neil Lennon lingering in the background. These are obviously,
He doesn't look any different.
Yeah, these are young players at the time. We would have been 17, 18 years of age there, who've all gone on to have, unbelievable careers themselves. And Man City was a sort of hot blood at the time for producing that type of calibre of player and giving them the education I just talked about. They've obviously gone on their journeys then after successful playing careers into their own management.
Who was the best you played against? I mean, we talked earlier about you making your debut on the same day as a great Ryan Giggs.
Yeah, there's not many have achieved more than Ryan. Certainly in this country, he's an incredible player. Playing with, when I was at Man City at the time, we had Kincladze, who was an incredible, gifted footballer, and things he could do on the football pitch were unbelievable, both in games and in training.
Well, I may or may not have cheated the system slightly because I found an unbelievable photo of you, and I don't know the facials on this, nor the stance, but what is going on here? And this looks like something out of a very different magazine, I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, that's a pre-season drill, that. I'm guessing that'll be where...
What are they making you do?
Yeah, it could have been anything there. Pre-season were very, very different back in 1988, where it was more military-based, I would say. The things that you had to go through and the physicality of how pre-season used to be then is completely different to today.
Well, I just want to finish looking at these with reading you this on the reputation. Martyn Margetson is a Welsh youth international goalkeeper who has the potential to follow in the footsteps of other great City number ones of a glorious past, while in Mike Quigley, the Blues possess a tigerish midfield who could yet emerge a rare cross between a latter-day Nobby Stiles and modern-day Neil McNabb. Those comparisons...
Yeah, not sure I fell in that bracket of some of the incredible Manchester City number ones, but one thing that, as I said, that football club did give me was an education in the game that a lot of those principles are still with me today, for sure.
And of course, amongst all of this, we've seen you donning your Welsh international caps, your schoolboy times. You went on, of course, to join up with the Welsh international camp for a number of games. You now have an incredible amount of international games under your belt, both with Wales, with England. To now see this kind of come full circle, looking backwards, how has this made you feel? Now you're able to reflect on both what you are achieving, what you have achieved, and actually go back to where it all started?
Yeah, it's brilliant to see it. I didn't, honestly didn't believe that my parents had kept this amount of detail, which is amazing what that they've done that, yeah. But your start of your journey is important, it really is. You know, where you come from and the values that you have that are installed into you by your parents are really important, and they've stayed with me certainly to 54 years of age. Where you start your journey at whatever football club it is, I'm eternally grateful to Manchester City for giving me the principles and the behaviours I have even today. And I'll never forget that, because you know, when you start your journey, I was 16 years of age moving away to Manchester, and you know how we were all treated. It was an incredible time in all our journeys.
Well, you'll be glad to know that's enough for the scrapbooks for the time being.
I'm scared what was coming.
And I do believe we're able to see a couple of your recent achievements. You have quite a unique space, don't you? Quite a unique room that you've got set up where you're able to share.
What, the bar?
The bar, even better. Now we're talking my language. Let's go and take a look at that, because I know there's some hidden gems there.
Yeah, okay, no problem.
Wow, this is quite something, Marge.